Hi there, this is Freya Nemeth from Otherworldly. This video is for the current round of Wheel of Roleplay, and I'm taking a look at the Herb and Fable mini game, or I'm not quite sure what to call it, but it is sort of a game learning experience in Second Life, and it's from Jinx, and they've included one of their little mini games within this bigger game as part of the blogger copies for this round. So I decided to try and tackle it. I haven't really tried any of the Urban Fable products before, so I'm going to be fairly unfamiliar with it, even if I've done a little bit of the setup in advance. So I've gotten the free welcome pack. As you can see, I'm wearing the HUD here, which has various basic settings for the game. There's also a meter. You can see the tag above me here. I'm not quite sure why it seems to be stuck on OOC, even though I have gone back into play mode. So there seems to be maybe a little bug with that display. And this basically allows you to gain experience points while you're on, although you also need to actually eat things from the game occasionally, or you will pass out, as I noticed when I left it on myself for a while. I also have the pouch on, which is where I'm going to put my ingredients. So the pack that was included with Wheel of Roleplay is the pumpkin pie pack for making pumpkin pies. I also went to the store and bought some of the, what they call processors, which are for doing various things. I've got the oven, the mortar, the saucepan, and the mixing bowl were needed for this. And the instructions for how to start here, let's see, you have this for the pumpkin pie, so I've picked up the processors, and then there are recipe cards that are going to tell you what you need to do. But the first thing I need to do is to transfer the items to the pouch. So I've rezzed out all my items. Spices and the milk and the eggs and all these things. So I'm going to transfer the butter. Let's see if access is the... No, that's not it. Okay, take, I guess. Okay, now I've used the units of butter. And then I've used the units of egg. And then I can recycle these just by clicking on them. Like so. Okay, I don't actually have a compost, so I can't do that. But I can continue then adding my items. And then I'll move on to my spices. Faster here, it seems to be fine. It didn't. I see. These actually disappear from their trays when, so they don't leave any waste. I guess the compost, they just empty out. What do I have left? I have milk left. No, that was ready to be recycled, right? So everything is sorted there. I guess I also have to add my pumpkin. pastry case. Yes. So that's that step done. And the next step is then to add the recipe for cooking the pumpkin. I need water as well, and that was available from I did part of the other quest. I think I have water. I'm gonna rest this out here and see. I suppose this was actually, I started doing the Dandelion Trail quest as well. It's possible that water would have otherwise been included anyway. To make it using a saucepan. Right. You will be giving a bowl of cooked pumpkin. So how do I actually use the saucepan? That to me isn't terribly clear. But this may be something that I pumpkin. I have pumpkin and I have, I think, enough water, or should I add more water? I should probably add more water. I have 3 units of water. Okay. Good. And then I'm going to make the... Right, and then it goes and checks the pouch, and I have the required quantities of all the ingredients. You can see it updates down here to make sure. And then it is going to cook my pumpkin. Great. Meat producer is busy, and this is actually going to take a while. Is it going to actually take 30 minutes? Yes, it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little cut. This is the TV cook cut, where you say, and now here's where I have the finished pumpkin. So I will rejoin you in a little bit. And now with a bit of trimming magic, cutting magic, we are back here, and this pan has, I believe, finished cooking our pumpkin. So here, are you ready to finish? Make sure you have all the ingredients still. Yes, I believe I do. So we're gonna finish. And that means we have gotten some cooked pumpkin. And now that's going to be in our inventory. So I'm thinking that we are gonna rest that out next. Put that here. Possibly, oh, never mind, was that an add me? No, doesn't look like it. I'm not quite sure why it ended up like this. I'll write the bowl. There. Our cooked pumpkin. And we will go back to the Herb Fable pumpkin pie folder. And I think the next thing is that we do the spice mix, I believe. So we add spices, and for that we need the mortar and the pestle, which I had. Ah, no, that, never mind. That is one that you add, so you have to keep track of that. So here is the basic mortar and the pestle, and I guess this takes 10 minutes. So we're gonna be another little trim here. And then here we can grind, and we have pumpkin pie spice. And we have all the ingredients, so we're gonna make it. Now, let's check in the pouch, and yes, and here we actually have an animation for it working away. So that's nice. For the saucepan, obviously there isn't much to do, but for the ones you're wearing, there is an animation. So you're gonna work away at grinding this, and I'll be back when this is done. And it's time to jump back in and see where we are on the grinding. And yes, we are finished. And that is going to give me, I think, some pumpkin pie spice. Excellent. So I'm going to attach the recipe card. I'm going to press out the finished pumpkin spice over here. Perfect. Comes in a nice little jar. And then we are going to go to our folder and detach the mortar and pestle like that. Now I think it is the pie mix that is next. Not the pie mix, yes. Okay, and that is when we're now going to need what we've made. So I'm going to add these to the pouch. The mix, I'm going to take that. And then I'm going to take the spice. Now I need the mixing bowl as well. And we have that and the wooden spoon. Those. Let's see where they are. There they are. Good. And this is a 5-minute piece. And we click the bowl, I guess. And we set mix. And we do pumpkin. That will take 5 minutes. So make it, yes. Here we have all the ingredients. Yep, we do. And then we start mixing. And while that is mixing, we can do a little quick look around here. Just going to show you the processor that I haven't shown you yet, which is the basic oven. Got that there. And the pumpkins, well, they don't technically come from this pumpkin patch here, but this is another We Love Roleplay item from Jinx. It is this, attach this so you can see a little bit better. This, they're actually individual pieces here of pumpkin, so you can make your own little pumpkin patch. And then we're also going to take a quick look at what I'm wearing, which is an outfit also for this round of We Love Roleplay, and it is from Sweet Kajira. So you have the overdress, and you have the apron, or the apron and the dress, so you can actually wear the dress without the apron as well. And then you've got these buckles, and you have this belt as well. And those are a single color, whereas there are multiple color options in the fat pack for the dress and the apron. So that covers that. And we'll see how long we have left on this. We have a couple of minutes left, so I'm doing another quick cut and then I'll be back with you. Now I think the mix is done, so I finished that up, and that should be giving me the mix ingredients. I can, yes, so I can detach these. So we have them mix ingredients. And as you saw, I'm earning experience points, and also down in the corner here in the chat, you can see that you're earning that, and you also earn badges for completing certain things. So it is sort of a little mini game with various things you can earn along the way. Let's res out my pie mix like so, and then I'm going to add the pie mix to the pouch. And I've already previously added, the pie shell. That was part of the ingredients that you got. So we pop down here again to our pie pack, and we add the final recipe, which is the pie recipe. And we have the mix, pastry case, and the icing sugar added. Now, this is interesting. How do we use the oven processor? I guess we use it in the same way, probably. We click it, yes, oven, and we're going to make pie. And it's going to check that we have the ingredients. Okay, so now it has started. There's no animation or anything to show that this is working. That just gets started, and that's going to take 20 minutes. So this will be our final cut before we are back to look at what the finished pie looks like. Time for the final bit of this recipe. We're gonna see if the oven, it has 38 seconds. I didn't quite time it, but it will almost be done. And there, it updated my experience points. You can see down here that on the meter it tracks various things. So what I can tell from, I haven't looked into all the details about the Urban Fable sort of mini game thing, or game with mini games, I should say. There are these making ones, and then there are quests as well on the various regions associated, where you can go through and find items, learn things. It's cooking, it's a bit of witchcraft and these things, and obviously you can incorporate that into roleplay. You have these times that you're gonna have to wait and work it in that way, but I could see some the quests might be a little more to my style than cooking, but we're going to res out the finished product here now, and there we go, we have a pumpkin pie. And that gave me a new badge as well. So I guess I'm gonna see what happens if I clicked it. I can use it. I wonder what on and off is. Okay, you can turn the pie on and off. I'm gonna guess that is whether it is deteriorates or not. And you can also use it. And apparently I am not in good shape because I ended up passing out earlier, so I can't. I need to be revived before I can eat it. But basically, yes, you can see that it had 8 servings, and it did take 1 serving. So you can offer your pumpkin pie to people that way. So that's what there is to that part, and I hope this has given you a little insight into the Urban Fable universe, and you can try it out yourself with the welcome pack and the dandelion trail, which is a free little quest to teach you how processors work, how you gather ingredients, and so on. And the pumpkin pie pack you will find at this round of We Love Roleplay, along with the dress and also the pumpkin patch that I showed you. So that's all for this time.